I'm Austin, the blind editor. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to highlight a line of text using just Premiere. Yes, you can use a combination of After Effects and Premiere to do the same thing, but for those who only use Premiere, here's your tutorial on how to do it. Let's grab the article or whatever you're using that you want to highlight and put it on your timeline. We're going to go to Effects Control and zoom in. And I just grabbed this newspaper clipping off of Google, so whatever you're using works. I'm going to position it to where I want this to stop at, because I'm going to end up animating it so it slides down the paper and then we highlight it and we'll zoom in. So I'm going to get it to right about here, and then I'm going to go to my project window, right click, go to new item and color matte, and we're going to make the color of whatever you're using to highlight. I'm going to choose a yellow, somewhere right in here, kind of highlighter yellow, and I'm going to drag this over onto my timeline onto video 2, wherever I want the highlight to start. Make a cut on my video 1 layer and trim up my video 2 so that it's the same size. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to drop down my opacity on video 2 so I can see underneath of it but still kind of see the yellow. And then I'm going to go to my effects panel, choose crop, and put that on video 2 so that we can put a mask on the yellow so that the whole page isn't yellow, but just the line that we want. We're going to use your pen and make a mask. I messed mine up. Get my pen, make your points, and if you mess up your points while you're drawing it, you can always fix them afterwards. So it's not that big of a deal. So I made my mask. I'm going to make this a little bit taller. Make that a little bit taller. Move this point up just a little bit, and that'll work for the sake of this video. I'm going to invert my mask and go to my left control in the crop and take it all the way to 100% so that everything else is gone except what I want to highlight. I'm now going to bump back up my opacity so it's full yellow, and now you can't see what's underneath of it, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to the drop down menu for blend mode, and that's right under opacity here, and you're going to choose multiply. Now it looks like it's highlighting the words. You can see the text under it, but it's still highlighted with yellow. So now what we're going to do is go one step further and actually animate this so that it doesn't just come out of nowhere, but it's actually going to look like it's drawing on the highlighter. And to do that, we're going to go to the effects panel. We're going to type in wipe, grab your linear wipe and put that onto video 2. And down here in the parameters, we're going to change it from the angle from 90 to -90. And if you wanted a slight angle, you could kind of move it however you want. But I'm just going to go from a left to right simple, just if you were highlighting the text. So pull your completion percentage back to where it's not highlighted. Hit your stopwatch to create your first keyframe. Go forward however fast or slow you want this to go, and then drag it all the way back down to 0%. So now what we have is something like that. I might speed this up just a little bit, pull this back. Right click it, ease out. Right click the first keyframe, ease in. Again, we add ease in and ease out because it just makes the moves a little smoother. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select the first part of my newspaper clip on video 1. I'm going to add 2 keyframes, one at scale and one at position. Just hit the stopwatches. And this is going to be my final stop before it highlights. So now I can create the first set of keyframes that I want. If I wanted to start at the top of the newspaper, maybe zoom it out just a little bit so that it can kind of zoom in and move down into the spot that I want it to go. So that looks okay to me. We'll move it up just a little bit so you can see the headline of the newspaper. Let's select our first keyframes, right click, ease in. Select our last keyframes, right click, and ease out. And so now we have something that looks like this. And let's take it just one step further and let's nest these two together so that we can move it all at one time, and we'll zoom into the headline just a little bit more to give it a little more motion. So to nest it, you're going to select both of them, right click and go to nest, and then it's just going to ask you if you want to create a nested sequence. You can name that if you'd like, and I'm just going to do that and then create 2 keyframes at position and scale. Your first set of keyframes is your starting point, and then skip ahead, and I'm going to zoom it in just a little bit more, move it over so it's more centered in the screen, bump it up just a little bit, and again, ease in and ease out. So select your final keyframes, ease out, select your first keyframes, right click, and ease in. So now we have this. And that's how you highlight text. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know what you think, if this was helpful, if there's anything else you'd like to see. And I'll see you in the next video.